Good afternoon, guest of honor, DCP Tan Hong Hui, Deputy Commissioner of Police Operations, Singapore Police Force, Home Team Core Council members, principals, distinguished guests, npcc officers, cadets, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the SPF npcc Badge Presentation E-Ceremony 2021. I am Asher.
I am Jasin, and we will be your MCs for today. Being past recipients of this award, Asher and I are indeed honoured to return as MCs for this afternoon's ceremony.
The SPF npcc Badge is the pinnacle award badge that cadets can achieve during their 4 to 5 years of training with NPCC.
First launched in 1997, it aims to give recognition to cadets with outstanding achievements and good leadership qualities.
Through this scheme, we aim to enhance the overall development of NPCC by forging an even closer affiliation and links to its parent organisation, the Singapore Police Force.
Without further ado, it is now my pleasure to invite our guest of honour, DCP Tan Hong Hui, Deputy Commissioner of Police Operations, Singapore Police Force, to address us. Sir, please.
Home Team Core Council members, principals, parents, NPCC officers, cadets, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to everyone. This year, we will witness the recognition of NPCC cadets for their remarkable performance virtually. The SPF NPCC Badge is the pinnacle award which all NPCC cadets aspire to achieve. It is awarded to those who have demonstrated exceptional leadership qualities. To all award recipients, my heartiest congratulations to all of you. Well done. The COVID-19 pandemic posed many challenges in 2020. Co-curricular activities were suspended and home-based learning became the norm. With the alternative mode of eCCAs, NPCC programs were modified. The Cadet Learning Hub was introduced to ensure cadets were still able to train and hone their competencies virtually. I would like to commend all members of the NPCC fraternity for the resilience shown in adapting to the changes. In the challenging year of 2020, Staff Sergeant Dexter Wong and his peers from St. Hilda Secondary School utilized videos, online tools and online resources provided by NPCC headquarters to prepare interesting online training materials and organize activities for fellow cadets. I believe there are many other cadets like Dexter who brave these tough times to be resilient youth leaders. NPCC emphasizes the importance of incorporating citizenship and character building in its curriculum. The Corps has customized programs aimed at developing cadets to be prepared citizens and community leaders, such as cybercrime prevention and maritime experience. In partnership with the SPF, NPCC headquarters collaborated with the Technology Crime Division of the Criminal Investigation Department to develop a cybercrime prevention program. The pilot trial of the program was successfully completed in 2019, and more cadets will be trained. This will equip our cadets with the knowledge on cybercrime prevention, enable them to learn how to navigate such online platforms more responsibly, and educate their peers, family members, and the general public. NPCC headquarters is also collaborating with the Maritime Port Authority and National Cadet Corps (SEA) to craft the maritime experience for NPCC Sea Unit cadets. This program consists of visits to MPA Gallery and discussions on contemporary issues regarding Singapore's territorial waters. This will broaden the horizons and global outlook of the NPCC Sea Unit cadets, as well as help them to understand the capabilities of our nation's naval and coastal assets as concerned citizens. There are many opportunities for NPCC cadets to grow as a leader at the unit, school and NPCC headquarters level. To the cadet leaders and recipients of the SPF NPCC Badge, I urge all of you to continue to be student ambassadors and advocates for the SPF and to inspire others to be concerned and participative citizens with sound values. Last but not least, I would like to thank the school leaders, teachers, and parents for the unwavering support you have given your students and children in their NPCC journey. Their achievements would not have been possible without your guidance and hard work. Thank you and congratulations once again to all recipients.
Thank you, sir. The recipients of the SPF NPCC badge will be receiving the SPF NPCC badge today.
They were selected from Secondary 4 and 5 cohorts from 132 NPCC units across the nation.
They are awarded the SPF NPCC badge in recognition of their outstanding performance and leadership.
Ladies and gentlemen, in no order of merit, the recipients of the SPF NPCC badge for 2021 are as follows.
Congratulations to our recipients. One of the recipients for this year's award, Station Inspector NPCC Adiba Jamshed from Pasir Ris Secondary School NPCC unit, hereby shares her personal recollection in NPCC.
Good afternoon, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Mr. Tan Hong Hui, HTC Council members, fellow recipients, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Station Inspector Adiba Jamshed from Pasir Ris Secondary School. It brings me great honor to represent my peers today. I'd like to congratulate all award recipients before I embark on this speech. Like many others, NPCC wasn't the CCA of my choice. As such, it was my third choice. And back then, I viewed NPCC as a really unappealing CCA because I thought all they did was doing drills under the hot sun. I thought it was an accident when I was put into this CCA. So when I first joined the CCA, it was very tough for me because I joined later than everyone else. it was a challenge because I had to put in more effort than everybody else while everyone already knew the basic drills. And I had to make sure that I was on par with them, because if it meant that you are behind, it meant that you are not capable to lead. You are not there, or you're not at that level yet. So I had to, at the same time of keeping up, I also have to prove myself that I am capable to lead. I do not regret this decision until now. I feel that in npcc, I have really learned my weaknesses, my strengths, and it has helped me improve my leadership skills. And if it was not in this CCA, I don't think I would have learned these skills, which are so valuable in any other place. I was a very reserved and shy person when I first joined this CCA, and when it came to talking with people, when it came to interacting, I always shied away from that. So I would say when the opportunities were given, I would always just neglect them. But when it came to CCA, I think it really helped me to step out of my comfort zone. And what surprised me was a strong interpersonal connection between every squad mate in the CCA, and they had welcomed me with open arms and always lent me a helping hand, which I'm always going to be grateful for. One key event in npcc that really tested my resilience would be the ASTC camp. The camp left most of us devastated because we had to wake up early in the morning. We had to do a lot of activities which we didn't really like, or for example, overcoming fear of heights that a lot of people have, and also cooking every meal, which was not something that we wanted to do. I would say that these experiences have taught me a lot of lessons, for example, being more resilient, being more perseverant, and I don't think that I would have had these values in any other place. And it also allowed me to socialize, which is my down point every time. So when we went to the camp, we had to bond through our similarities and neglect our streams or other schools, and we always bonded through our similarities. I became a more sociable person after the camp, and also I learned that shying away from talking or shying away from mingling isn't going to help you get anywhere. And once you are out there, you're more comfortable because you will get used to coming out of your comfort zone, and it applies to every other thing as well. At the end of secondary 2, I was given a role of planning the unit camp. The unit camp was a very big deal for me because it was a 2-day and 1-night camp, and it meant that I had to make sure that all the activities were well planned and there was always a backup plan. And it also meant I had to be more observant and sensitive to every single detail that could have gone wrong. And I feel that this experience really taught me to assist my juniors better, because as of now, I really know their needs, and I also know that not everything is going to run smoothly in a CCA training, and we always have to have a backup plan no matter what. Most importantly, I would also like to talk about the COVID-19 pandemic and how it left our training sessions. From a junior's perspective, I always viewed my seniors having their training sessions face-to-face. And when it came to sudden change, it left everything on an abrupt stop. We had to change our mindset. We had to reconstruct and reframe how we actually conduct trainings. And I wouldn't say it was easy because we had experienced a lot of ups and downs, from technical difficulties to making sure that everyone was present during the lesson. And one of the most biggest challenge for me was that I had to make sure that they had a takeaway lesson from every single Zoom session, because not everyone would want to listen, and maybe they are doing something else when we're having the Zoom sessions. And it's very difficult to monitor them at home. So I would say that even though there was challenges and obstacles in our way, in the end it was a fruitful session, because we were able to teach them all the theory work that they needed to know. And now we are mainly practicing on practical work. And I feel that even though we have a lot of obstacles in our way, we should treat them as an opportunity for us to grow and improve ourselves. Because if we do not have a path with any obstacles, we don't learn any lessons. And I feel that there will be a great miss out. I always thought being a leader was just coming up forefront and giving instructions. But when I look back, I realized that there's more to that than just giving instructions and orders and making people follow your way of thought. But when you look at a leader, you always look at the way they present themselves. And for me, that was very, very difficult because I was viewed as a very strict and unfriendly senior for most of my juniors. And I had to really change that perspective because I wanted them to approach me more frequently, because being a leader doesn't mean you just stand at the side and you make others feel afraid of you. Being a leader means that you can give everyone tips and opinions and help them with your best effort. And I would say that it was very difficult for me because it meant that I had to change the way how I viewed things, how I acted, how it's basically my personality itself. So it took a while, but I think it was worth, because now I feel that I'm able to assist my juniors even better because they're coming to me more frequently, and I can also clear their doubts, and now I also know where their weaknesses are, and I can also plan the trainings accordingly. One of the ways how I did so was actually making small talks with them, going up to them and asking if they had any small doubts or if they felt that the trainings were tiring. And I would say this helped them to view me as a more approachable person. And as a leader, I would say that for you to be able to lead, you have to know what you're going to teach. And up till today, one of the most important questions I think we should all ask ourselves is that, are we prepared to lead? Are we prepared to come up front and serve others? Because if we are not being able to come up and we do not know what we are going to teach, I think it's very, very difficult, because what the juniors are going to view you is what you're going to say, how you're going to carry out the activities, and how you're going to present yourself, and are you going to show a presentable image to your juniors. As the saying goes, with great power comes great responsibility, and I feel that when you are a senior, you have almost control for most of the things, but we shouldn't use the control for bad decisions or anything. We should use this and actually take this opportunity to grow and nurture our juniors, because we only have a limited time in our leadership, and if you do not make full use of it, then I don't think anyone else would as well. One of the most important things as a leader is communication. Communication is not always strong because there's going to be a lot of people which disagree with you, right? It's not always an up or down communication. It can be vertical, it can be horizontal, it can go in all directions. And as a leader, what you have to take note is that you do not constrict yourself to only your opinions. You have to go out there and interact with others and ask them for their output and their opinions and what they think of the matters as well. I think this helps you have different perspective on issues. And I would say that when you go about in the future having more decision making, you should always ask others for their opinions as well. This is what npcc has taught me in this main role of being a leader, because communication is not smooth. And once we achieve that strong communication between our squad mates, I feel that it makes your leadership journey more smoother and also more worthwhile. Leadership is also more than just our ranks and promotions. Just because we have a new rank or promotion doesn't mean we are better than anyone else. I would say that we should always look back to how we achieved it. How did we get these ranks and promotions? There's always a backstory to every single success. For example, when you have trainings, when you have tough trainings, there are people who always stand by you. There's people who are going to be giving you constant encouragement. And we should always treasure and cherish these moments instead of always depending or always concentrating on your ranks and promotions. For me, every time I get a promotion or a rank up, I always cherish what has went behind those stories. I always thank my squad mates for being there with me, and I will do so every single training until we step down. And I feel that this journey has given me more opportunities than anything else, and I will always fondly remember all these opportunities and experiences which has been given to me. As such, I would like to conclude this speech by acknowledging all the people that have stood by me through thick and thin. I would like to start off by thanking my juniors as well as my squad mates for always encouraging me and telling me to shoot for the stars. Secondly, I would like to appreciate and also tell my teachers in charge that I'm always going to be grateful for them, because without them, I don't think that I'll be here, because they've always given me the right piece of advice and never let me look down upon myself. Lastly, I would also like to thank my school as well as my parents for always standing by me and being that strong pillar of support. To conclude this speech, I would like to congratulate all the award recipients once more, because I feel that we all truly do deserve this award because of what we have been through over the past few years, and I feel that we should cherish this award just like all the promotions and ranks that we have received, because if it wasn't for NPCC, I don't think we would be here receiving this award here today. Being in NPCC has not been an accident after all. I would say that I hadn't regretted any choice until now that I have done in this CCA. And looking back, or even if I go back and travel, I would say I would choose this CCA again and again. And I would say it has stayed throughout my heart throughout all these 4 years, and I don't think it can be erased. And I would like to conclude my speech like that. Thank you.
The recipients today are truly the most outstanding and deserving cadets for this SPF NPCC Badge Award. Collectively, they exemplify the best of what NPCC has nurtured.
In testimony to that, we are pleased to present a photo montage that encapsulates those memorable moments of their cadet life in NPCC.
Ladies and gentlemen, please sit back and enjoy this special tribute to these outstanding individuals.
npcc is indeed a CCA that offers challenging and fulfilling programs to nurture our youth in schools, and it has given all of us fond memories.
Our guest of honor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the SPF NPCC Badge Presentation E-Ceremony 2021. Thank you and have a pleasant day ahead.